Okay, guys. Yeah, it's like 38. It's only 1,400 bucks.
Really cool.
Keep balling, and I hope I'm on your channel, channel.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good, man. Take care, guys. What is going up, ladies and gentlemen? We are on the Philiam F3 Pro. I think we're the only person that has a video review on this thing. I was just talking to some of my neighbors, and they're really interested in this thing, but sadly, I do have a guy coming to pick this thing up. It's actually probably gonna be gone by the time you guys see this video, as long as the Craigslist people do not lag. You know how that goes. But let me pull over here and show you guys the bike. Right now, 39 miles an hour, almost 40 on here, and 37 miles an hour here. This is the first battery charge this bike has had since my first initial ride. So I guess technically second, but these bikes normally come at like 70 or 80% charge. So we ran that down to, I think we're at 30 or 35% after, I think we did 12 miles, 12 point something miles in the last video. So roughly this bike gets about 20 miles of range. The reason why we're doing this video right now, and a lot of you guys know I do this because no other YouTuber does this on the channel, is I like to bring you guys a video at night showing the brake light. You obviously can see it's a very bright brake light. It looks like it only lights up though one little bar on the bottom, if you guys can see that. But yeah, only one little bar at the bottom, so the whole brake light does not light up. The headlight is looking pretty good though. I didn't bring an extra light out here. I should have. I think I have it a little bit too aimed up, but we're still waiting for the sun to go down. It's decently dark, but it's not fully dark yet, so we're just gonna kind of ride and see how it looks before it gets fully dark. And I'll be honest, I can't really see the headlight too much, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt as we ride around just a little bit. All right, so a lot of people are asking me, is this bike stable at high speeds? And I can let my hands off and roll. It's a nice smooth road, but don't do that because the front end of all dual motor e-bikes normally have a wobble to the front just because you have so much weight on the front. So highly don't recommend doing what I'm doing. I'm just trying to show you guys. And ooh, I forgot how bumpy this bike is. It's not the smoothest bike. Like right here. Oh man, massive nasty dip right there. Oh cool, these lights are starting to turn on. It's getting dark, folks. It's getting dark. I can definitely start seeing this headlight a little bit now too. But yeah, so that was one of the questions you guys asked, was how stable this bike was, and I kind of thought I proved it, but it's not bad. It's just not good as a bike that just has one motor in the back, so I wouldn't let your hands off of it. I wouldn't even ride like this. You can do it, but use it at your own risk. I would not do this. I would not ride with one hand on this bike. And we're over here in this neighborhood. I took a picture in this neighborhood, my car right there, and there was not a single house that was completely 100% built. We were looking at the houses over in this area. Man, I can't believe all the houses they have put up doing some work out here. Everyone's like, who's in my neighborhood? I bet you all these houses still have not sold yet. I bet you anything they haven't. It's crazy, man, just to see the construction and stuff like that. And this is the perfect bike for it. We got 26-inch tires on this thing. We can go over anything, really. We shouldn't have to worry. The seat's comfortable. I could ride for long periods of time on this seat. I just couldn't do an off-road bumpy like hill or anything like that. There's just no way. I couldn't do it. Let's take a little shortcut. Ooh. Here we go. Cars can't go this way. Whoa! We're getting a little breaking traction on that front motor. If you guys didn't see my video review, you'll know that that front motor has a delay. So there's a slight delay when you're at a standstill. Oh, I love how the headlight's coming in. It's looking really good, folks, and it looks pretty wide too. This is a perfect area to show you. I'm almost in the middle of the street, and I'm getting all the way over there, and I'm getting kind of on the cement sidewalk, if there was a sidewalk here. It's just a bunch of weeds, I guess. But yeah, if I take off right now from a standstill, it's maybe a second delay before that front motor gives in all the power. But if you're rolling like how I am right now, and look, we got the 30 like in 3 seconds, dude. It's absolutely insane how fast this bike is. But if I'm rolling like this and I hit it, 1, 2, 3, there we go. Now the front motor's engaged. So a little bit over 3 seconds of a delay for that front motor. Ooh. Well, we're selling this bike right after this video, so let's just get it dirty, right? Sorry, new owner, but it is what it is. Oh, see, stuff like that, the bike just does not handle that stuff really well. Like, can it do it? Yeah, you can go over a lot of stuff, curbs, everything like that, like I'm doing, but it's just not the most comfortable bike for suspension. However, if you are a heavier person than me, I'm 165 pounds, so if you're probably pushing maybe, I don't know, 250 and plus, this goes up to 330 pounds, you're actually going to compress the suspension a lot more. It's going to feel more comfortable to you. For me, though, it doesn't feel that great. I'm too light of a rider. If I were to put one of my buddies on here that weighs 100 pounds that bought one of my other previous bikes, then he would absolutely not love this bike at all. This would be like a really bumpy bike for him. He'd have to switch out the rear suspension and everything. But yeah, we are jamming on this bike. That's one thing I loved about it. I've been telling people, they're like, how fast does it go? That's the main question everyone asks when you're on an electric bike, how fast does it go? And then the next question is, how far can you go? And I told the guy, I was like, look, this bike does 37 miles an hour and it get about 20 miles of range. 20 miles of range is not impressive to people that know about bikes, but when I tell people it's $1,400, or actually it's $1,298 if you use my discount code, $1,298. Keep that in mind, $1,298 for this bike that goes 37 miles an hour. And if you're lighter than me, it's probably gonna hit 38, 39. If you're heavier, you're probably definitely always gonna be hitting about 35. And then obviously as the battery goes down, you're gonna lose speed. But here's a fun fact about this bike is that you actually don't lose that much speed because you have two motors. It actually feels like it's kind of capped out. It feels like it just wants to keep going. So you don't lose or drop speed as much as you do on most bikes when the battery goes down. You still do, but not as much. And we are not taking this road. This is a dangerous road. We ain't doing it. Nope. I would love to ride out there, but you know, we're not gonna do that right now. So it's starting to get darker now and that headlight's starting to come through. Obviously we have a lot of street lamps in this area. Someone actually just ran into one the other day. It's kind of crazy. I wonder if we have to pay for that because it's HOA. I'm not sure. No, man, I'll be pissed. But I can kind of see the headlight popping in and out of these lights and it's looking fantastic. I really don't think we're gonna have an issue with this headlight. You know what? We can pull in here. Skirt. Brakes are good too. DY Island. Ooh, this is gonna be a new section of houses right here. They haven't even started yet. It's so crazy to see this stuff right off the bat before anyone's even here. So right now the bike is kind of sitting like this, so that's why it's straight down. But look, if I bring it out, that is definitely a great headlight. That's not bad at all. Oh yeah. You won't need an aftermarket headlight for this bad boy. Let me show you guys a tail light and give you an update on that. So you guys can see what I'm saying. The bike is so long, it's hard for me to hit the brakes and show you. But there's one little bar on the bottom that lights up. But here, let me put the kickstand down and walk away from the bike so you guys can see the lights. Ooh, I just noticed that. So if I'm looking at it like this, like let's say there's a car, like a big truck that's lifted next to you, you really can't see that brake light from up here. That's kind of unfortunate. I mean, they got to be right next to you, but the rear rack actually goes over it right here. So that's covering all that. So if you put a bag up here too, you're really only going to be able to see that tail light from a distance like this. So, I mean, no one should be right on your ass like that, but it's not all the way in the full back of the bike where the rear rack ends. So not a big deal, but you know, something to mention just in case it changes your mind. Let me show you guys the headlight. You got a little ring around it. You got one ring on the top, one ring on the bottom. There's no lights on the corners, and there's one main beam right in the middle, and it's performing great. Not a single issue. This headlight also has a built-in horn. It's definitely loud if you're in a small area, but if you're on like a bike lane or something like that where there's no walls next to you, and I'm in an open field right now where we're gonna make houses, it actually does not sound that loud. It's okay, but I'd give it like a 6 out of 10. It was definitely loud in my garage, but not here. Oh, forgot the kickstand. Also, another thing, you guys can hear it right now, is the tires and the motors. This is a very loud bike for being electric, just because it's geared motors, so they make noise, and you got two of them, and you have knobby tread on both these tires, so it's not the quietest e-bike when passing people. You're definitely going, whoa! I'm telling you, these bumps, man. It's not gonna be the quietest e-bike going past people, so just keep in mind, if you want something completely silent, you want a hub-driven motor, not a geared motor, and you definitely don't want a dual motor e-bike. But I think for the price, I mean, it's cool, man. Like, I can't complain about the bike too much. I'm trying to find little stuff to mention to you guys that are worth like mentioning, you know, like why you shouldn't buy this, why you should buy it. And as of right now, I mean, there's a lot of reasons to buy this bike. It also has a voltage reading on here, so if you go through the settings, hit the I button, so we can go through this. The total miles I have on the bike is 39.9, so 40 miles, and then we go down to the average speed I've been going is 26.7. We've been jamming on this bike. Voltage, 51.9 volts. Hell yeah, let's go. It really feels like something's shaking in the back. I can't tell what it is, but let me look. Maybe we got something in our tire or our rear fender that was really flimsy from the first video. Maybe it's rubbing? No? That fender right there is obviously like really flimsy. They should have had an extra bracket right here on the rear rack that held it, because that thing, I just don't like it. I don't really like that rear fender. I mean, I'm glad it's there, so it saves the mud from like if I put storage in the back and whatnot, but I don't know. I feel like they should have had another mounting spot on it, or it should have been metal or something like that, because that is really like bouncy. Especially when you go off-road, it definitely hits the tire and makes some noise. But man, it's a fun bike, guys. You really got to think if you want this bike or not. I'm not really out here to make a super long video for you guys. It was just really to kind of show the bike off at night, and it's performing great. I mean, I was really skeptical when I first got it and wanted to do the video review for the company, but I mean, you know, if things work and they're good, they're not the most fanciest component e-bike. It doesn't have the best parts on it, but it's definitely a good starting point if you want to start changing out the grips, the handlebars. You can definitely change some other stuff on the bike. My biggest thing would probably be you want to get a secondary battery if you want to go really far and fast like I am. If you want to go slower, you can get 40 miles of range out of this bike all day long. I think they say 80, but I don't really think that's ideal. I don't think you're going to get 80 on this bike. I mean, you got to definitely turn off that front motor. You can't have both of them on. But I don't know. I'm trying to debate like how I feel about it. And I just realized that we did not bring the Insta360 camera with us, so that's unfortunate. Normally I bring that with me, but it really doesn't perform good at night, I've noticed. So I've been kind of hesitant to bring it on night trips, even though it has pure video mode. It's not my favorite camera to use. But yeah, we're still at 52 volts, man. We've went 6 miles in today's trip. This bike's hauling ass. I mean, we can go up to 58.8 volts. I think we started at 57 point something. It was almost like fully charged. It was like 96%. It was definitely up there. Let's go around this. Woo! Oh, that front motor kicked in right around that corner. I knew it was coming. If we were in some dirt, I wouldn't have went that fast, but we got the knobby tread, so it's really handling the road pretty good. So this right here is showing me 3 battery bars after 6.5 miles. It's not terrible, but man, having that voltage reading is nice. Let's see what other settings we have. I don't think we have voltage. No, it just shows us a total. Oh wait, no, yeah, the trip that we were doing that since I reset the bike. We were at 22. And let's see, what else? Odometer, max speed, average speed, and I'll just leave it on voltage. Voltage is the main thing that I want to know. Let's go up this. Let's go up this. Man, all right, well, that was not the bike to do that. We got to do that with a Sur-Ron or the Frigo bikes, the dirt bikes, man, the Talarias, man, E-Ride Pros. That suspension did not handle that very well. I tried, guys, I tried. It just did not pan out very well for me just now. That was terrible, to be honest. All right. So now we are on a main road where we have a bunch of lights, and I keep remembering to not film around this time. There's so many people that walk around, and you know, I'm trying to film, and it's cool running into people, don't get me wrong, but it gets me sidetracked seeing all these people, cars, everything like that. But okay, thanks, man, I appreciate it. I mean, I'm jamming in the bike lane, don't get me wrong, but like, did they even bother to like look? I think they just pulled out and looked at the main road and was like, yep, no one's there. Man, I have to call the HOA on them. I'm just kidding. But yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good day. There's more people out here walking around. That's pretty much going to be the video, guys, just so you guys can see how this bike is at night. And it just hauls ass. It really just, you're buying this bike for $1,400, actually $1,298, to have a fast-ass bike, 0 to 30 in like 3-point-something seconds. I mean, this thing is ridiculous. Obviously, we're down on power at 51.5 volts, but here we go. Slight delay from that front motor, but I mean 20, 23, 25, 30. Man, okay, now we're getting about probably what was that, 4 seconds, maybe 4.5 seconds. But when this battery's fully charged, this bike hauls ass. So you're really paying for a fast ass bike to get you places. Just get a secondary battery if you want to go farther, and that's all I really recommend on this bike. And then get grips. Definitely get grips, because the grips suck on this bike. I really hate them. But what I don't hate is this company. They actually made a pretty cool bike for the price. I know I've reviewed other bikes that have been $1,200, $1,500, dual motors, but this thing hauls ass. Compared to some of those other ones, they were dual motor. They just didn't go as fast as this one. So I'll leave you guys on that note, and I got to get out of here. I got to go home. I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys are the true MVPs. Get ready for the other bikes we're going to be reviewing coming up. See ya.